I've mentioned here that the ministry of comfort, serving someone with comfort, is not talking about, I don't know, agreeableness or supporting everything they decide or everything they say. And here's a great picture of that in the book of Acts, chapter 15. This is after the big question, the big trouble that they had in the Gentile churches about whether we should be becoming Jews first and only then can we be Christians. And the apostles from Jerusalem wrote a letter to the churches, and they sent them out. They sent out that letter with by the hand of some trusted people. And welcome to this morning's jolt from the Word of God. And it says here, so when they were dismissed, they came to Antioch. And when they had gathered the multitude together, they delivered the epistle, which when they had read, they rejoiced for the consolation. And this is such a great point, because that letter actually wasn't a comforting letter. It wasn't a consoling letter, as we would think about it. It wasn't a letter that was sort of a verbal pat on the back, a stroke on the head. That's not what the letter was. Actually, it was a letter of truth. It was a letter of conviction. And communication of consolation can actually be a communication of truth or a communication of conviction. Why is that? It is because actually there is no greater comfort for the human heart than to know and to understand correctly the reality that we live in. This is something that Christianity does very well. Christianity is not sentimental. Sometimes people think because we do believe and hope to represent God's love and God's grace, therefore we must be like sentimental. But that's not what biblical Christianity does. Biblical Christianity paints a very correct picture of reality, and that is actually very comforting for the human heart. Why do I say that? Because I do believe that there is no greater comfort for us than to know and understand the reality that we live in. Why? Because that will give us boldness and freedom in living life, in acting. So counter illustrate, so you get the picture. So let's say you have glasses, and then somebody as a joke replaces the lenses with distorted lenses and leaves only those glasses around, and you cannot use anything else. So here's the question: you're wearing those glasses and everything looks off and bent and so on. Would you have freedom walking around, or would you rather go around trying to feel your way and worried that you're going to bump into things and fall over things? And of course it's the second one. And this is why communication of truth and conviction from the Bible, in a message or in a personal conversation, is so paramount among Christians. The ministry of comfort and consolation is not necessarily a ministry of kind words and niceties at all, actually. The issue is truth and conviction can be very, very comforting to our hearts, because then our hearts get encouraged in acting in freedom, in living life to the fullest. And that is a great comfort for all of us. God bless you with that truth.